Have you ever wanted to make your own at-home hologram? Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. And it's very simple. And I'm less than 10 minutes and you'll have your own hologram at home. So just hang out and I'm going to show you the processes. See? Nothing. Something. Okay, so basically this is what you're going to want to make. This isn't perfect. I just threw this together real quick. But this is the concept of what you're going to make. And I'm going to show you everything that you need, like common household materials to make your own hologram. Excuse me. You're going to need scissors, of course, the clearest tape you can find. This tape is actually way clearer than this, so it's going to look a lot better. And I use the plastic, for example, from action figure boxes. It's kind of thick. You can do a lot of stuff with it. I'm using some of my Walking Dead toys that are a little bent up and stuff. But let's get to the point. I'm going to open it up and show you what you need to do. Oh, and you're going to need a marker. You're going to need a marker as well. So, not a permanent marker, just something to trace it with. And here's the marker. Just something that can smear off easily. So let's get this open and we'll get started. Okay, so here's one. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use this part down because this is a sticker and you want it to be fairly, clean. I'll wipe it off and everything before we use it. And so I have another one here because I don't think this is going to be enough. We have another Glen here and we're going to open it up as well. We'll do it like ASMR. Anyway, we'll fast forward and I'll get back with you once I have these open. Alright, cool. So, we have our plastics. I am going to cut them because we want the flat part. We want this part. Let me move the camera a little bit. We want this part right up here. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I thought I would just show you me cutting it. If you want to fast forward, go right ahead. I don't blame you. But it's so easy to make and it's very cool. It's a cool little party trick. If you want to impress the ladies, it's a cool trick. Very easy to make. And it's, I saw it on a YouTube video, how to make one, and I thought, wow, that is very, very cool. And throughout the years, I've been making them just show off to friends and stuff. Like I said, we want to get rid of this part right here. So let's cut that off. Okay, so we got one. Hoping we have enough. If not, I have a backup piece of plastic that we can use. I might be able to get two sides out of this. It's gonna be cutting it close, but we'll try it. Here's my other piece right here. Yeah, over the years I've been making them. I got pretty good at it. That's how I'm able to just throw this together fairly quickly for you. And yeah, I'm definitely going to have to use some more plastic because this is not going to be enough, I don't think. No edges, nothing that's going to... Let's see, this one I cut a little bit too much. Maybe got to get rid of these edges. See where it bends over? You definitely don't want that. Definitely don't want that. You want it as flat as possible. Because when we're taping it together and it's standing upright, you want it flat. Okay? So I'm going to actually be cutting another piece because I don't think I have enough. Luckily, I have enough toys sitting around where I'm going to cut this piece right here, cut this out, and that will definitely do it. Shot there. Get rid of these edges. Make sure you're careful with your scissors. You definitely don't want to cut yourself and make a mess out of the plastic. So definitely be careful. If you're a child watching this, make sure you have adult supervision. So, you know, in case you happen to chop your finger off, you have someone that can take you to the hospital fairly quick. My cat is loving these noises that this thing is making. Okay, so here you go, kitty. You can play with that. Alright, so we got our plastic. Let's move the camera. About right, yeah. Okay, so we have our plastics. Everything we need. We have our tape. Bingo. Like I said, you want the clearest tape you can find so it doesn't show up when the light hits. See how the tape is on here? When the 3D hits that, it's visible. So your basic shape I'm going to draw out on here. Make sure I try to do it right. Let's see, we need something that can do a straight line, and luckily for us we have our cardboard from our toys. So I'm going to cut this, make it a bit smaller, just so it's easier for me on the table. Okay, so let's see how I can try to show you guys. Can you see? Okay. Let's see how that looks. Maybe too much. Sorry, I've never done anything like this before, so this is really trial and error for me. Recording it wise anyway. I'm used to just filming my pretty face, not anything like this. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a straight line with the pen that I have now misplaced. Okay, so straight line. I would say maybe an inch. Inch and a half, maybe. I don't know the exact measurements. So you want a straight line, something like that. And the way I do it is I go down to the bottom. You want it about another inch, and I draw a line, a smaller line midways through, like that. See what I'm saying? I'll actually end up making this a little bit smaller because it is a bit too wide. So, or a bit too long. So, and like I said, with your marker, make sure you get one that you can kind of erase with, because you're gonna mess up. I'm probably gonna mess up. And luckily, we'll have markers that we can get rid of. So now you want to connect those lines on each side. And I'll show you how it looks as soon as I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please hit that like button and subscribe. So there we go. That's what we're looking at. We want 4 of these. So what I do is I'm going to cut this out, and then I'm going to trace it. I'm going to lay the piece down here, so that way it will be equal, same size and everything. So I should have went higher with it, but it's okay. It's okay. So I'm going to cut this out now. that off. I'm going to cut this end over here. And the bottom. And then the other side. And we're going to see how this turns out. Okay. I'm looking at it. I'd say it's fairly straight. What do you? Okay, so unfortunately my cat unhooked my audio thing, so I'm going to be narrating over top of this. Basically what I'm talking about here is you want the edges as flat as possible. I would say that's, I don't know, however long your middle finger is, that's about the length that is, give or take. And you want all the sides to be equal. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to be placing it on top of another piece of plastic. But I do it upside down just to kind of save space a little bit. Move the camera a little bit, and as you can see, yeah. It's hard to show you with the plastic because it's so clear and see-through. But you take the piece, and I usually put it, bottom to bottom, basically. And you line it up and make sure you got it, and then once you know you have enough space, you're going to use your marker and you're going to outline it and make sure that it's straight. This was my first time ever making a how-to video, and it was going great until my cat unhooked my microphone. Anyway, this part, make sure when you're doing this that you try not to slip, because one little slip can completely throw you off. But luckily with the marker that we're using, you can wipe it off. You can wipe it off if you do mess up. See, I messed up there a little bit. And what you want to do is you just want to line it back up and mark it. And there you go, see? You have another one. That's your second piece. And make sure you don't smear it when you're messing with it. You're going to want to cut it out, and there you go. I like to cut along the outside of the marker, not the inside of it. You can do it outside, inside, middle, whatever you want to do. I just prefer doing it on the outside. And then I go back when it's all said and done, and I just wipe off the excess marker, because you definitely don't want that on there. And then I like to line them up. As you can see here, I like to line them up and make sure that they're even. Sometimes they can be a little off, and that's when you just cut off your excess. But the main thing you want to worry about is the bottom. You want to make sure that the bottoms are flat and that they line up together, because that's what is going to be holding your thing up. Is the bottom, obviously. But if it's off, your thing can be wobbly and it just won't work right. So I'm cutting off the excess here and getting it perfect. Okay, so now that we have all of our pieces, what we're going to do is we're going to start taping them up. So I ran tape across them. My cat messed up my audio. It unplugged it from the computer, so I'm having to redo all this over. But we're just going to pretend like that didn't happen. And I will deal with Miss Kitty later. I'm not going to do anything to my cat. She's my best friend. But she gets no treats tonight. Who am I kidding? I'm going to give her treats. I don't even know if this will be in the video. But anyway. Three, two. Okay, so now that you have all your pieces made, you've got all 4 of them. Make sure that they are perfectly lined up. Make sure there's no overlapping or anything. And your primary thing is make sure the bottom is flat against the ground. You definitely want it to be flat, because that's what's going to be holding it up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our first piece. Let me fix the camera right quick, because I'm going to have to hold it a little close to me. Here's how I like to do it. I like to get my tape and run along the edge, just like that, so that tape is overlapping, so I can put another piece right here. And we get our other piece, get them lined up, make sure the bottoms of it is lined up together, and boom. Make sure there's not a gap in between it too, so you don't want gaps like that. You definitely don't want that. So just line it up, fix it real quick, boom, there we go, just like that, just like that. And a little bit of tape down here at the bottom, but just fold that and it's okay. Get your third piece, get your tape, run it along the side of it just like this. Get your third piece, and you're trying to make kind of an L shape with it, is what you're trying to do, because we're making almost like a pyramid in a way. So take it, run your tape along the side of it, make sure the bottoms are lined up. We're looking good so far. We're looking good so far. Get your last piece, run your tape along the side of it like so, just like that. See, this is what you got so far. This is what you got so far. Take it. Oh, this piece of tape might be a little bit too long, so get a smaller piece. Here we go, just like that. Take and make your L shape with it. Sure the bottom is lined up. Boom. Take that bad boy down. And then, oh, that was my phone going off. We got our last piece. You're going to want to fold it into the shape that it's going to be. Just like that. Get your last piece of tape. Run it about midways through like that. Take all of your pieces and then bring it together. See what I did here? Bring it all together. Like one big happy family. Just bring it all together. And then, boom, tape it on down, and guess what? You have made your very own, at-home, hologram maker. See how well that turned out? It's nice and flat. All the pieces are lined up good. That's exactly what you want. That's what you want. Now you're going to see the tape regardless, unless you use like glue or something. I've never used glue. I'm not good with glue. I tend to make a lot of messes with glue. But this is what we got, and I am going to show you it in action. So when you get your video pulled up, sometimes the videos have an X on it, and that X is where you're going to want to put your little hologram thing. If not, just wherever the play button is, you're going to want to sit it on top of there. For me, it's easier to go ahead and start the video and then put the pyramid thing on there, and you can kind of see it already. See that? I'm going to turn the lights off. And then I'm going to turn off my camera light. And check that out. Check that out. I mean, we just made ourselves a hologram at home. Of course, when I start talking, it goes dark. But check that out. I mean, it's completely free. And when you make yours, I mean, it's gonna... My camera is not the best. That's why it's a bit blurry like that. Let's see what happens if I back it up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And that's how you do it. Very simple, and it's a really cool party trick. You can show it off to your friends. You can show it off to your boyfriend or girlfriend. Kids love it. I gave my niece one that I had made that I showed you in the beginning of the video. I gave that to her. It's really neat, and totally free, except for the plastic. But anyway, this is it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh, there's the world. And I hope you guys take care and be safe. Keep your eyes to the skies. Face infinity without flinching. Take care of yourself and each other. And please like and subscribe. Your likes and subscriptions really mean a lot to me. And I hopefully will see you next time. Peace.